brothers, you know what time it is. I can't stop. I won't stop speaking the fire of truth. Social media blackout by the shadow agents against the real truth speakers. My brothers and sisters, even though they removed my channels, they ain't gonna stop me from speaking the fire of truth. Always. You know what time it is, my brothers and sisters. We cooking and we barbecuing, and it's not gonna stop. So let's get started with the fire of truth. Fire yada yada yada, body yada yada yada, fire yada yada yada, body yada yada yada. Fire bless. Yo, banging on the beat, breaking the concrete, defeating demons on a daily basis, glowing radiance, raising the consciousness to the most high status, Lumen lyrical brightness, supreme natural intelligence. There's no coincidence that I'm rocking, feeding the knowledge to the masses. Vets and youth always speak the fire of truth, wisdom. Life is about growth or development, so build your light for the tests in life. Never give up, never let up. That's what's up. You know what time it is. So push forward, elevate your mind in the sun and rise.
Yeah, check it, listen, coming through, fire bun. I'm an intellectual to the precise decimal of mathematical root radicals. So let's see this, I mean this, the fire of truth. From the sheer might, the fire of truth. Preach, teach, the fire of truth.
Just levitate, levitate, keep your head straight. Just levitate, levitate. Even if the world is so cold, we just levitate, levitate. Set these lies.
Cheer, once again, my brothers and sisters, Barak Shalom, holistic wellness and elevation, and welcome to another Lab Blaze broadcast, brought to you by your brother, your solar sovereign son, the radiant one, supreme natural intelligence, intelligent genes, intelligent genetics. My brothers and sisters, I can't stop, I won't stop speaking the fire of truth. As recently, some of you have noticed that my primary channel has been removed by YouTube based on violating community guidelines, which is a big lie, a big deception. I have every right to bring my information forth. Just because a government agent says something doesn't mean it's correct. Just because some CDC person says something does not mean it's correct. Just because Fauci says it, Bill Gates says it, does not mean it's correct. And I will call them out on it and challenge all their claims. You have no right to stop me from speaking the truth. I use evidence, scientific papers to show and prove what I talk about. So YouTube, all social media platforms, you have no right to stop the truth. The fact that you're trying to stop the truth shows how desperate you are. You want to keep the people sheep. You want to keep them dumbed down and stupid. And you clearly do not have the best interests of the people at heart. We are getting to the root and source of the real information that the people need to know. What is information supposed to provide to the people? Transformation. If the information isn't transforming your life, there's something wrong with that information. It's misinformation, in other words, missing information, or disinformation, disconnected information. That information keeps people ignorant and stupid. And the very fact that you keep pushing this rape, jab agenda shows that you're not interested in the truth. You are trying to hide the other side of the narrative when it pertains to natural foundational health, nutrition, and herbs for healing of the body and adding to the health and vitality of the body. And that is the main cause we need to be focusing on. That is the root source you need to be focusing on. By you only focusing on pharmaceuticals and only making it seem like that's the only way to protect your health is supremely ignorant. It's disinformation and it's misinformation on your part, social media platforms. And by you trying to stop truth speakers from speaking what is on their mind, you are part of the problem. And that is a fire of truth. We cooking, we barbecuing. Fire blast! This is a righteous channel. YouTube, IG, Facebook, all social media platforms. You better recognize who supreme natural intelligence is. I provide the supreme knowledge and wisdom and information. This channel is about health, wealth, knowledge of self, esoteric sciences, religion, spirituality. We discuss these topics here. We go into proper belief systems and we expose the lies, deceits, and manipulation. That's what this channel is about. I am for the better interest of the people. We as a human family have to stop the hypocrisy and the contradiction, especially as it pertains to our leaders. Not our leaders, because they're not my leaders. They're a lot of the masses leaders. I'm my own government. I don't need a government. I'm my own government. The knowledge and wisdom that I have, that is in my use, is superior to any government agent, any of their health experts. I got my herbs here. I got all I need here. The only reason I would go to any of their things if it's an emergency. The only reason you go to their places is only for emergency purposes. Like if you're in a serious accident or you can't take care of yourself, you only go there for the emergency situations. Other than that, you should have the knowledge and wisdom to take care of yourself. And that is the fire burn facts. Truth blazing. So anyways, let us get back to the topic. As I said before, my primary channel was removed recently, as well as my secondary channel that I had was removed months before that. So let me show and prove. I had almost 15,000 subscribers on my primary channel, so let me show this. This was my original primary channel. I had this channel since 2013. I've been doing this. So I'm a YouTube OG. I'm not no new cat up in here. I'm an OG. 2013 I've been doing this. Now we're on a new channel. And we're continuing the fire blaze, of course. So let us get on topic. So as it says in the title, social media blackout to the truth speakers. The behavior of the social media platforms is becoming really evil and sinister. They are blacking out the other side of the story as it pertains to this pandemic. There's a lot of people who have their own experiences that have a right to speak on their experiences. And all the social media platforms have been blacking them out, suppressing them, censoring them, removing them, so they can't get their story out. And that is a major problem. The scales are imbalanced. By them controlling who speaks on the airwaves, already shows they cannot be trusted in any aspect of life. If you're real about the information, if you're confident in the information you speak, if the government is so confident in the information that they speak, the CDC is so confident with their information that they speak, why don't they knock all the opposite narratives out the water right away by showing and proving all evidences that is asked upon them? break it all. Break it all. The reason why you don't want to challenge it because you got nothing. You talking nonsense in a lot of cases. Some of it is powerful information that you're saying, but you're not telling the people the full truth. And I expose it. And that's why social media platforms are coming forward and saying, oh, we got to stop the misinformation of people talking false information about things. It's going to be injuring the community. We got to keep the community safe, so we got to control the information that's being out here. So we got to start censoring people and suppressing and removing information that is not in line with our agenda. That alone is manipulation. That alone shows that you got stuff to hide. If you had nothing to hide and you were really about the people's health, really about the people's safety, you would have nothing to hide. You would bring those people forward and expose them for their misinformation directly and the disinformation directly with hard case studies, hard peer-reviewed information. All of that you would be showing and proving. Not saying that you have these things. You show and prove it and you break it down to the general masses if you really had the information to disprove all the so-called conspiracy theories. But you know you can't do it because people are waking up and seeing what's going on. If you continue to do this to the truth speakers, especially me, a great wrath will be coming to all your platforms. All great wrath from Almighty Nature is going to be coming to your ass. By you messing with a righteous brother here, a real truth speaker, you're going to get yourself in trouble. And some of you would be laughing, who do you think you are? Who are you? You're nobody. If I'm nobody, why are you so desperate attempting to censor my channel, manipulate my views, manipulate my subscribers if I'm nobody? Let me ride. Because you know, when people see me speak, they're going to feel that passion, they're going to feel that confidence, they're going to feel that supreme natural intelligence hitting their soul. They're going to know that they're dealing with a real person. A percentage of the sun, solar sovereign sun. The real light emanates from my soul, from my voice, the sonic waves that come out of the speakers. When they hear you, they hear an actor, a faker, a player, reading a script. And that's what you're scared of. You lack the real power that I have. That's why you're so desperate to try to stop people like me speaking the fire of truth. You're dealing with someone who is a real truth speaker. A real guru. And that's a fire of truth.
What? Slow motion this side.
So I urge you and warn you, YouTube, put my original channel back up. You have unrighteously and dishonorably removed my channel, falsely. There's no misinformation on the channel. I'm speaking root knowledge of the fire of truth there. And that's a fire of truth. I show your government agents double talking and hypocriting and contradicting, making himself look like a fool. And you're busy trying to hide that information because you're not real about the people's health and safety. Stop trying to promote a vaccine as the only solution. You're a liar, you're a deceiver if you think that is the only way. The very fact you are avoiding natural foundational health principles shows that you're not about the health and safety of the people. All you're pushing is vaccine this, vaccine that, to stop the spread and to get people's health back. No, that is not the only way. That is a potential solution. That is a side solution. If it's created properly and implemented properly. But this is my solutions. I'm dealing with the herbs. This is what I deal with all day, every day. And this is why I'm thriving in electrified vitality. And if you try to say that you can't use it to treat disease and sickness, you're a damn fool and ignorant at the highest level. And you're a liar, you're a deceiver, you're full of misinformation and disinformation. Because I've been using the herbs to stay strong and stay powerful this whole time. And that's a fire truth, man. Truth blazing. You're not going to compromise the fire of truth. I'm going to speak the fire of truth. Strong. Standing tall. You know what time it is, brothers and sisters? The social media blackout of the truth speakers got to stop. People have to learn to be real again, authentic and genuine again. Stop lying and deceiving and manipulating. That's what the government does all day. You could go back into history and they say one thing, and then later on down the line they say completely opposite of what they said. I show this all the time. I don't even have to say nothing. I just let the video play, and you're gonna see them talking. Then you're gonna say, then years later, a year later, or later down the line, they're gonna say something completely opposite of what they said and what they stood for. They cannot be trusted. They expose themselves. But what they do is they use the art of manipulation, words of art, by distracting, misdirection, and using the art of deception to make the people forget about the history of what was said and done. We're dealing with a control matrix. Made up tricks. They're making up tricks to manipulate your mind. And that is a hard, concrete facts. I've been showing that. These government agents cannot be trusted. If they're really serious about everybody getting better through this pandemic, they would start talking about foundational health issues as it pertains to nutrition, lifestyle, exercise, getting in touch with the natural elements of life, almighty nature, to improve your health, wellness, and vitality. By you avoiding these topics shows that you have no interest in the people. And any social media platforms that support the government in their half-assessed measures is a part of the problem too. You suppressing and censoring information is a part of the great deception that is going on in this control matrix. Yes, it's important to control misinformation that's being said by people. Well, at the same time, it's not about what the people on video platforms say. It's about what the viewers do and think. It's the viewer's responsibility to do the research in all things. Do not take anybody's word for face value. Go research yourself. Investigate. Be your own scientist. Put everything to the test, including me. Do not take what I say for face value. I know what I'm saying is the truth, but at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own life. You got to put everything to the test in your own life, and you got to do your own research. This is not a tyrannical thing and an authoritarian movement and telling you what to do. No. This is about an intelligence movement. What does the military do? Gather information and then make the best moves according to the information they have gathered. This is why the channel is called Supreme Natural Intelligence. We're getting the best information in the world, compiling it together, and making the best decision for our personal life and all the people that is in our life, including the extended community that may be via social media platforms like we're on right now. We're using YouTube as a way to disperse information. so we could provide transformation in the people's lives.
What? Slow motion this side.
Woo, that's a killer right there. God damn.
Go have the Israelite mind.
Light of the
Beast in this motherfucker. You can feel the energy.
The way we're going to address this situation is we got to take care of our internal hygiene, brothers and sisters. You're so concerned about your external hygiene with all this, oh, I got to make sure I put some hand sanitizer. Oh, no, brothers and sisters, take care of your internal hygiene. What is compromised, what is dirty, the dirt and filth that is contained within you. Clean up the dirt and filth within your body so you have that vitality you're looking for, that health, that wealth you're looking for. Fire blaze time, baby.
Light up the chalice, come and tell them too. That's the far ever safe and secure. Hands of it clean and your heart of it pure.
We're here to bring righteousness. We're here to bring knowledge, wisdom, supreme natural intelligence, brothers and sisters. And anybody who tries to put a stop to real knowledge, information that provides transformation, the wisdom, and the intelligence to the people, what's going to happen to your ass?
Alright, it's them for know. Anything you reap and that you sow.
This you better know. Anything you reap, you will sow. So you better move in righteousness and stop playing games and stop trying to suppress information from getting out to the people to provide that absolute transformation in people's life. Change is essential to progression. Did you hear me? Positive progressive change is essential for growth. Life is about growth and development. If you are preventing growth and development for the people, you are part of the problem. This is what this channel is all about. Growth and development of the people. Mentally, physically, spiritually, soulfully. It's about health, wealth, knowledge of self. It's time to wake up to Lumen consciousness. Awaken your first eye to see the truth of what's going on in reality. Nothing is hidden from the first eye that sees the invisible and visible things, the hidden and revealed things. We are in the age of apocalypse, revelation. Nothing can be hidden anymore. That is why these social media platforms that are working with the shadow agents, the hidden hand, the unseen hand, the shadow government, are working to try to stop the age of Aquarius from coming to full fruition in the masses. That's why they're doing their best to try to stop all this information from coming out. But it's becoming overwhelming to them. You can't stop this new age of transforming energy from coming out. It can't be stopped and will never be stopped. That's why you can't stop the force of nature, like myself, supreme natural intelligence. You cannot stop the information from getting out here. Social media platforms. You better get in line with righteousness, get in line with the knowledge and wisdom and truth, or you're going to end up with the wrath of the fire. We cooking and we blazing. You're going to be purified in the fire.
Alright, light up the chalice, come and tell them too. That's that. Hands of it clicking on your heart of it pure.
Exactly. So anyways, brothers and sisters, if you support the real true speakers, you know what you must do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel by lighting it up in a fire blaze. Hit all the notification bell. Make sure you hit all the notification bell. So you give YouTube no excuses that you won't see when I go live with the videos. In my previous channel, I have been going live. Every video I've been doing has been live. It's about coming live to the airwaves, not just uploading videos, pre-recorded videos. It's about live. We're in the age of going live. That's why we have to do live blazes to show and prove. No more hiding behind pre-recorded stuff. People got to stop doing that. It's time to go live. Every time you come on should be live. Majority of it should be live. We have to get back to the realness, the authenticity, the genuity, brothers and sisters. We got to stop faking and fronting. It's time to go live. If anybody who's on social media platform, you better be going live every time. No uploads. Live. And that is a fire of truth. This is what it's about. This is how you measure a person's character. It's based on that. You judge them by the words, their actions, and their patterns. And by you seeing the consistency of these three things, you're going to know that person is real, genuine, and authentic. And they really live what they speak. But you can't say the same thing for the government agents. You can't say the same thing for the CDC, Rochelle Lewinsky, doctor, or Dr. Fauci or Bill Gates. You could find them hypocriting, contradicting themselves. All those people that are in the front, you could see that all over the place. You could see that all over the place. They have an agenda they want to push forward, and they want to play you in a lot of cases for their benefit. And that's what this channel is about. Exposing the lies and deceptions in today's popular beliefs by fire blazing the scorching truth. Fire blaze represents refining and purifying information, the character, soul, and spirit of person, place, or thing. That's what the fire is about. Purifying everything and making it right, correct, accurate, truthful. It's about gathering the pieces of the puzzle around the world and bringing it together. This is what the government is not doing. They're being extremists by only focusing on one potential way through their measures, through a vaccine and all that other stuff they like to push. And by them ignoring the original remedies and the original lifestyle, health and wellness activities that are essential to life itself, that is a major problem. By you dodging that, by you avoiding it and not consistently telling people that you should be doing this as well to ensure you stay strong and healthy. By you not talking about it, we know that you're not serious about the people's health and wellness and safety. If you don't have the knowledge about it, get a doctor. You have access to all these professional doctors. Get one who knows about it. Get people involved who know about it and let them talk. Stop only talking about vaccines alone. Why don't you talk about the alternatives? No alternatives come out your mouth. Because it's a money-making scheme that you guys are about. It's not about the people's health and safety. If this was really about health and safety, you would be getting all the solutions, bringing it to the table, and coming up with a powerful regimen for the people to bring them back to true health. But all you want to talk about is vaccines, and then you want to try to censor and suppress people who have an opposing perspective to your vaccines, who disagree with your one-sided way. It's like, have you lost your mind? It's almost like nowadays during this pandemic that natural immunity doesn't exist. You want to try to force everybody to get a vaccine. Everybody does not need everything. Everybody does not require everything. The same things of everything. Did you hear me? Everybody does not require the same things that everybody has in the same level. That should be common sense. Yet you're trying to force this thing on every single person on the planet? What the hell is wrong with you? It's not needed for everybody on the planet, like myself is an example of that. Why would I put something on my body I don't need? It doesn't make sense. That solution is only for people who have a compromised immune system. If they have a weak immune system and they need assistance, then a vaccine will be helpful for that. If it's made correctly. But for me, get back to nature. Focus on your fundamental core health. First and foremost. Get your body up to the proper prime zenith standard. And most of your problems will go away. Most to all your problems will go away. All disease is formed by poor lifestyle habits, which is really a death style. Because disease is a major warning signal, an alarm signal to let you know that you're not living right. The environment that you're living in is not right. That your mental health is not right. Your physical health is not right. That's what disease is letting you know. A problem in your body is letting you know that your lifestyle isn't right. You got to change it. This is simple common sense. And usually when you're not living right, it's usually because you're not feeding your body. When it comes to health, physical health, it's usually because you have a nutritional deficiency that you need to find out what it is. It's usually because you're eating a food that is not conducive for your health. It has too many toxins, pollutants, and chemicals in it that is compromising your health. You got to change your eating habits. What you eat, the quality of food that you eat. You got to change it up. If you're not moving your body, how do you expect your body to work well? If you're not exercising, how do you expect your body not to work well? How do you expect it to work well if you're not exercising? If you're not getting in touch with the source, nature, how do you expect your body to work well if you're not doing these common sense things? You think a vaccine is gonna solve all your problems? And you wanna look down on others and say, you're the reason why we're in this pandemic. You're extending this pandemic. You're causing these strains to mutate. When they fail to really think that this passport is supposed to stop movement from the so-called unvaccinated. So how did all these strains mutate? I think you got to look at yourself before you start talking about unvaccinated people. Because clearly the government has slowed down their movements. They can't do a whole lot. But yet, Omicron, France variant, and there's an Omicron version 2 that's out. Who do you think's causing that? Every time you guys take another shot, there's another mutation. You gotta think and use your head. I'm tired of stupidity and dumbness. Did you even do your research on this mRNA vaccine? Fucking no sense, man. Life has been on this planet for how long? Life has been thriving. A lot of people don't think intelligently enough. They want to point fingers, point, in their supreme ignorance. Look in the mirror and get yourself right. The very fact you need to run to a hospital, run to a government shows your supreme ignorance of lack of knowledge of self. The reason why your health is poor, because you lack knowledge of self. You need to get back to nature, access the supreme natural intelligence, and develop some knowledge of self. You running to get a vaccine. Not knowing nothing about your own body. You sitting there watching entertainment and sports. You're expert in all that sport information, all those movie information, television shows. You're talking about all this, oh, you gotta watch this and that, but you have no knowledge of your own biology? Backwards mentality. That's why the masses are asses all the time. They're always prioritizing and focusing on the wrong things that are irrelevant to growth and development. How is watching sports and watching TVs relevant to growth and development? Which in life is all about growth and development. You're wasting time. We're going on 3 years in this pandemic, and you cats are still wasting time, pointing fingers in ignorance and stupidity. You need to get back to source and get back to your foundational health. And when you do your proper research on the pharmaceutical drugs that they use, the vaccines, and if you feel it's right, that's your choice if you want to go get it. But when it comes to health, you should be using holistic measures. Holistic measures. The whole cipher of measures. Not a piece, not an angle of the cipher, not a sliver. The holistic movement. This is the problem with people and the way the government is moving. They're focused on one side, one potential solution alone, a vaccine. I never heard no government agent talk about no natural foundational health tips. Not one. Actually go into detail on any of it. On a consistent basis. And this is the problem. This CV-19 is gonna continue to mutate as long as you keep experimenting with all these shots. Rape jab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's gonna keep mutating because you're playing around with stuff. It's like life has been here for who knows how long. Life has been here. If life was concerned about a virus and all of that stuff, all life would be gone. Life adapts. It gets stronger. Only the strong will survive. Only the most adaptable will survive and thrive. And a lot of it has to do with nutrition, lifestyle, and genetic strength. Genetic strength will be based on your nutrition and lifestyle. That's how you become the most adaptable, the strongest, and able to survive through all the different ages. Vaccines weren't required to get through different pestilences and calamities and diseases. It's a potential solution to slow things down if it's made correctly. But people would be ignorant to think that the vaccine is the only way to stop. No. Focus on your foundational health. That is a much more powerful solution. And if you want to get a vaccine as well, do your research, ask questions, and if you're satisfied, intellectually satisfied, then go ahead if you feel it's right for you. I'm not against vaccines. I'm for choice. I'm about choice. I dislike when people only tell you a piece of information and claim that it's the only way when it's clearly false. And that's misinformation, disinformation. I am for intelligent, wise moves. If you feel you need a vaccine, as long as you do your research and you're well educated on it, go right ahead. This is not about vaxxed and unvaxxed fighting back and forth. It's about getting to the truth of the matter. And I'm about getting to the truth of the matter. Me personally, I rather get to the source. Go back to the herbs, lifestyle. Getting in touch with nature. That's the original solution. And life is here. Life continues to thrive because of that way. New ways and new technologies like vaccines and all of that has been added to the holistic health measures, if necessary in extreme and emergency situations, can be helpful to some people who may have weak genetics, weak immune system, etc. That can be beneficial to some people if it's made correctly and implemented correctly. Do you hear me clearly, YouTube? This is not about anti-vax nonsense. I could care less about anti-that. It's about pro-choice, pro-education, pro-intelligence. That is a fire of truth, and nothing but the whole, living, unified truth, my brothers and sisters. Until next time, awaken your mind and get your behind back to the organic, get to the mainframe of Almighty Nature, which is a collective consciousness, the unified field of the divine, the great vine, derived from the vine on which you get your information, knowledge, wisdom, and supreme natural intelligence from. Listen to reason and listen to wisdom. There are 3 things that cannot long be hidden: the sun, the moon, which leads you to the truth. Listen to reason and listen to wisdom. Stay sitting at your seats for more fire of truth that will be consistently coming on this new channel. And hopefully YouTube starts to move more righteously and stop being prejudiced, biased, and racist, and stop this false blacklisting of my channels, this false censoring on my channels. You got 2 ears for a reason. Use them well. And listen to what's being said. Listen well. And listen to what's being said. Let's break down listen. List in. Short for inside or enter. List. Writing a list down. Take notes. That's what listening is. Hearing is not enough. Hearing simply means you're listening to noises and sounds. It doesn't mean you're actually comprehending. You just hear sounds. Doesn't mean you're comprehending what's being said and taking it in and applying the knowledge and wisdom. The purpose of listening is to take the knowledge and information you're receiving from the sound, you're interpreting it into something intelligent and making use of that intelligence for the benefit of yourself and the people that are in your cipher of life. Listening is an art and skill that must be mastered. And most people lack the ability to listen because they're very emotional. And when they get very emotional, meaning that they cannot control their own energy and motion, when people lose control of their emotions, That's when they lose their intelligence to comprehend what's being said in its proper context. And that's why they remain supremely ignorant, and they remain the asses in their life, crapping all over the place, farting all over the place. They get themselves in trouble and they gas themselves out.
Yeah. What is that?
Alright, my brothers and sisters, we are pretty much concluding today's lab blaze. I'm not compromising no truth. We just have to be wise to the way we say things. But I'm letting it known very clearly. I am not gonna go along with the narrative of a government agent when are proven to be hypocrites and contradictors. I'm not gonna go along with Fauci and any of theirs. They're in the side of a half-assessed mentality. I deal with holistic information. What is superior? A piece of information or the complete information? Of gathering all the pieces of the puzzles and compiling it together. What's superior? A little piece of information or the whole picture? The answer is very obvious. You want to have that diversity. You want to have that versatility. You want to have all spectrums of knowledge and wisdom. Not one spectrum, which is the pharmaceutical side, which is only one spectrum of preserving life and preserving health. If people have the right heart in dealing with those methods. But we know it's more about money than it is about health. And that's the reality of it. If this was really about health and the safety of the people, healthcare would be free, right? If they really had a heart and about people's health, it'll be free. But why is it so expensive, especially in America, especially? You gotta ask questions. Intelligently. Listen to reason. And listen to wisdom. Anyways, brothers and sisters, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace. Fire blast! Meditate, elevate, levitate, rise to the occasion, be patient, success does not come quickly, move swiftly, efficiently, make it count, big boy moves, big girl move. Meditate, elevate, levitate, rise to the occasion, be patient, success does not come quickly, move swiftly, efficiently, make it count, big boy moves, big girl moves, big man moves, big woman moves, enjoy the process, that's a test of the quest to the west, show zest, invest in your nest, and be the best you can be, dressed to impress, express your gratitude, appreciation to the ones before you, let go of the stress, I suggest you progress your mind's willpower to devour the obstacles and challenges to become a champion. It's a great badge of honor to show yourself worthy in life's conquest, a never-ending cycle, school of learning.
Yeah. check it, listen, coming through, fire bun. I'm an intellectual to the precise decimal, mathematical root radicals. So we see this, I mean this, the fire of truth. From the sheer might, the fire of truth. Preach, teach, the fire of truth.
We just levitate, levitate. Keep your head straight. Just levitate, levitate. Even if the world is so cold, we just levitate, levitate. Shed these lies.
Balance is key, foundation you see, harmony we see, nature we free, spirit we agree, preach and teach, the flock we reach, peace we feast, Ecclesiastics 3, Barak Shalom, our inner peace power, reason in season, there's meaning in beacon and wisdom we season. Peace to the Most High, the Most High, 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 peace to the Most High, the Most High.
Light up the candle. Rastafari, ever safe and secure. Hands of it clean and your heart of it pure. Load up another cup. Fire. Load up another cup. Alright, this them fi know. Anything you reap that you sow.